Hey, Facebook. Good morning. Joshua Pondexter from Stone Consultant LLC. We are live, having a little technical difficulties. And hey, we're going to get through it. We have a guest that we're trying to get into the room. He has some questions for Ask Joshua. We'll give him an opportunity to come in. Good morning, Brother Ware. Uh, so, um, waiting on another brother to show up so we can bring him in uh, into the room. So, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, we normally broadcast. And with anything, there's always challenges, to improve them. Brother Ware, did you see the video that I sent to you this morning of the conversation you and I had? So, just waiting on this other brother to come in. If I don't see him in here, Brother Ware, I see you. I'm in. Okay, says I have two viewers. All right. Who are they? I'll check it out. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Uh, okay. All right. All right. Mr. Lee, I see you in here. Um, so, hey, be patient. This brother got some financial questions for me. We're trying to get him in here. And as soon as he get in, we can give you guys some information. Um, he got some great questions that he had put together, and we'll see. Invite friends to watch. So, okay, all right. Well, we might as well go ahead and test and see if it's working. Um, Gerard, I sent you a request to come on camera. See if you got that request. Test, test, test. We're testing. Keep saying the addict. See, yep, you're in.
Hey.
Yeah. So it works. So let's see if my other brother is in here. I don't see him. Derek is sent. Derek, I think you'll have to type something so I can see you and we can bring him in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. We're getting that feedback loop.
Okay.
How's it going this morning, sir? You have any financial queries?
Man, I always ask you about the quick tricks. How can I earn money fast?
Yeah. Go rob a bank, right? Yeah, that's the only quickest way I know. Come in. I don't know, Kenya. I'm gonna bring you in too.
Bring Kenya in.
Yeah. Yeah. Kenya's a superstar. I definitely want her in here. So we're adding Kenya, and so this is all a test for everybody. So you can see.
Let's bring everybody in and see how many people will fit.
Right. Yeah. So when you do your lives, you don't. You can bring other people in too. Kenya, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Good. Looking, just glowing. And what is that? Is that a special diet you on or something?
Well, my answer's too long for that.
Hey, we got time.
I'm just gonna say thank you.
Right. Exactly. So I don't get Gerard on that diet. This is Coach Kenya.
Hey, Gerard.
Yeah.
Blessed morning to you.
Gerard has a podcast that's all over the place. Facebook. Tell her, and he's always looking for dynamic guests to come on to educate the community, right?
Absolutely.
What's the name of the podcast, Gerard?
Yes, the name of the podcast is the Floor is Yours podcast, and
The,
I can
the,
shoot the Floor is Yours
the
podcast.
floor is yours. Oh,
Yes,
okay. Cool.
Uh-huh.
yes, ma'am. Let's sit in the background there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit of light shining all the way on it, but
right.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
let's connect.
We
yeah.
will.
Okay. I'll exchange the information through text messages, versa. And it's the Floor is Yours podcast LLC. It's a business. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
There's my special guest, Derek Bradley, Derek Bradley Ministries, Derek Bradley Realtor. I don't know which capacity you gracing us with this morning, but welcome.
How about I just grace just Derek Bradley today?
Outstanding. Go ahead, Ken. You say
And
hi.
Joshua, real quick, just so you know, I am going to jump off in a little bit. I'll be listening, but I'll be off the screen because I got to jump on a Zoom call. So I'll be listening, but I'll be off the screen. So just so you know.
Yes, it's because Derek has some. He's going to ask us some questions. This is Ask Joshua. We thought it was getting a little stale after a year of me just monologuing on here, and so now this is great. Go ahead, brother Derek. The floor is yours.
Too
Well,
funny.
listen, man, thanks for having me on this morning. I'm honored that you allowed me to be the one to come on and shoot the questions at you this morning.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, we can come up with something that's going to be a blessing to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know about my brother's podcast over there, so I'll dip in, man. I believe in supporting each other, so I'll dip in.
Man, appreciate that. Thank you, my brother. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Floor is yours, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The
Okay.
Floor is Yours podcast. You got to add that on there because there's another one out there that's the floor is yours, but it's not me, it's not us, not our issues.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys should befriend each other on Facebook too, because Derek has a show that he's working on. He had it out for a minute and he put it back, and he's working on. I'm sure he's gonna launch it again.
Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna be super
Yep.
exciting.
We know we're gonna come back. We were formerly on Thursday nights. We're gonna come back on Tuesdays, and right now we're just planning on the date to restart. So that's coming.
Kenya, were you asking to come back in?
Yeah, I got a phone call and it cut sorry.
Oh no, that's cool because we need
I
people
wasn't
talking about
expecting to
we
be doing
want
this morning. Yeah. So yeah.
people like we want masculine energy, we want feminine energy, so
Yes.
we appreciate
Absolutely. So let's just jump in, man, because I know this is supposed to be a short one, so let's just go ahead and jump in. And I know you are the man, when it comes to finance and all of that great stuff. And right now, the way our economy is, and with everything that's going on, I went about gas yesterday.
Yeah.
I refuse to spend more than $40. I said I'm stopping at 40. I'll come back another day.
Right. Yeah.
But with everything that's going on around the country, and what is your advice to the average person on how to set themselves up to deal with the economy like we're dealing with right now?
Okay, that's a great question, and I think that you laid out the blueprint. The 7% inflation haven't been seen in 40 years. So if you would ask the financial advisor what would they do, and they would go back historically and look, most advisors haven't been in the business 40 years, so they couldn't tell you what to do, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I would suggest that they do exactly what you did, is modify your spending, hold on to your cash, right? So we typically want to fill that car all the way up, right?
Right.
Put that $100. I don't know, unless you got a Mini Cooper, it's going to cost $100 to fill that tank up.
Right.
So hey, put the 40 in, save the 60, and take that 60 and make some money with it. because the only way to outpace inflation is to make more money. So these are not a concern for you. Definitely entertainment, those areas that you can cut your budget, great. So the pandemic has shifted our thinking in a way that we should have been thinking before the pandemic. We should have been conservative with all the things that we do. Shouldn't have been flashy and doing all the things. Now this inflation has hit us again. When I go to the grocery store, I'm like, the grocery store need to go to the grocery store, right? But before the pandemic, before inflation, I buy food on a 3 to 4 day cycle, right? I'm not. This is not morbid, but hey, I might die with $500 of food in my refrigerator, right? I don't need that. Then Kenya, we trying to eat whole food anyway, right?
Yeah. We could all go into a state of intermittent fasting, which would save a lot of money at the grocery store.
Yes, absolutely. I'm on that program right now. So speaking to people, we need to get very serious about what's important and when we're spending our dollars, right? Because these external forces that's forcing us to be conservative, that's forcing us to be concerned about how we spend our money, this should be our thinking for the next 20, 30 years, and so that we can end up with a few dollars when we retire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully we address that. There's no, it's lifestyle adjustment. As I told Gerard, you cannot earn yourself to wealth. You have to behave yourself to wealth, right? Jeff Bezos was a billionaire still driving the Honda that he had from college, right? Warren Buffett still living at $37,000 house he purchased, right? This is behavior.
Yeah.
Right? They're not wasting money. So young folks, old folks, stop wasting your money.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Great. I think we got one of our guests want to ask some questions, so we're gonna go ahead and allow that.
Are they in the chat or something?
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's me.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah,
go
before
ahead.
I have to jump off. Thank you, gentlemen. And podcast man, get with Joshua Gerard so we can chat. You can even call me right after if you have time.
Absolutely.
So I got two questions, Mr. Joshua, but I got a comment real quick. I don't want to go on no budget. What I'm gonna do?
If you
don't want no damn budget. I don't want to do it. What am I gonna do?
Exactly. There's two schools of thoughts with that, right? So one is that you have to go on a budget. The other one is that you can earn so much money that it become irrelevant. Right?
That's what I'm talking about. I like that other way.
Right. But yet and still, you can make $100,000 a month and you can spend $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been to Gucci and all them other places, but I can see folks go in there and spend $100,000 in them places, right? So at some point we have to just suppose the two ideas, right?
Exactly.
Of being careful with our money and then earning to a point where it's like, wow, my lifestyle is $6,000 a month. I'm making 30. I don't really need to have this tight budget, worrying about a cell phone, worrying about the
exactly
bill. Right. So,
and that's my mindset, is the mindset of abundance. So I'm just going to keep working my ass off to make money. And I mean, I do have to budget. I mean, like I don't have it like that, but I tell you what, that mindset of abundance is something else. But here are my two questions. I really hope as my financial person, my financial dude, I need to learn moving forward more about this compound interest.
Yeah.
I was at the gym yesterday talking to, and this is a different subject, talking to this little white girl, and I ain't got nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying she was a little white girl. She put 30K in Bitcoin it went up to 200K. She didn't pull it. It's down to 80K. And I need to understand what happened there. So that's my next one. So compound interest,
Yeah.
this Bitcoin, and then the LLC that you so eloquently opened up for me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it. So can we have a little talk about that too? I know I have it. I know I own it, but I don't know all the features and the benefits of it. I'm just being honest. So
Yeah.
those are my 3 topics
Yes.
that I want to eventually ask Joshua.
Yeah, no, cool, because those 3 topics are addressed in detail in
Like Derek.
three of my workshops. One of them is developing your own investment plan, right? Where we talk about the power of the rule of 72 and how to utilize
Right.
it to grow wealth for yourself. Then when we talk about understanding the intricacies of the financial institution, we talk about life insurance. We talk about the banking system, the investment banking system, and we deal with all of their products, not only standing institutions, but their products. So in investment bankers, that's what they have: stock, bonds, mutual funds, cryptocurrency, the metaverse, right? So that's a whole segment that we do. But suffices to say, we need to develop our own investment plan. And because that young lady did, what she ran up on was American greed. She don't know about reallocating her portfolio, right? So you say, well, hey, listen, I put 30 in and I made 200, right? So now I need to take that 170,000, bring it back to safety, and let that other 30 grow. That's reallocating you, so you don't get greedy. Greed will kill you in the market, right?
Well, she didn't. Just for clarity, she didn't know what she was doing, so she didn't do anything when it went up to 200. She didn't do anything, and then it dropped down to 80. So she's just sitting tight on it. But I think what I'm getting at is, how can we do an Eventbrite or an actual workshop where we can people who are interested could pay you on these particular subjects to unpack it? Because it's great what you're saying. I understand. But one of the things that I know that happens in the African American community, and especially in Chicago, we talk about a lot of shit. Excuse me, y'all, cousin. But like, we need to actually unpack it. Like, where the workshop, can you provide a workshop? We'll be happy to pay, where we just sit there for 1 hour and unpack it, because me hearing it and me doing it are 2 completely different things.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, whenever you leave my workshop, we leave you with executables. And so if you want to have a workshop, we'll talk about that. If you want to have a workshop, you want to invite people, you want me to be your guest speaker, you can charge. You can charge. I don't charge.
Well, I really hate that Black folks don't charge each other, because that's the reason why the dollar is not.
No, we get paid. We don't pay. We get paid. We get paid. So we're gonna those 3. We're gonna put a pin in it, and we're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna let Derek. He got another question.
Actually, she actually led us to my second question. Really, where I was going with it. But let me ask this real quick: are you the one that take the product that Josh was talking about, pay for your body or something?
No, it was another girl. I know a lot of pretty women, man. That's
All right.
Thank you. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. I woke up like this.
So I can get you that product for sure.
Man, I like her. I like that, man. Women are not real like that. Well, that's good. I love that.
Thanks, Derek.
But the next question was going to be, as we talk about exactly what she mentioned, these different ways to invest and whatnot. What is your, I guess if you were to give us 2 or 3 steps to take when we're looking at what would be a good investment, what steps would you say we should take when we're considering where to invest, our money?
Okay, cool. Great question. So say, for instance, you make $50,000 a year. You're earning $50,000 a year, right? A percentage of that earning should be reinvested back in you to make more money. That should be your first investment, right? So you might want to buy some books on a topic like taxation, because that's what's really robbing you of your wealth, right? Even before you go into the investment markets, because the investment markets are full of taxable consequences, right?
Yeah.
So that should be your first investment, invest in yourself. Then if you're on a job and that job provides you a 401k, you should contribute, right? Especially if they're matching. And then you only could contribute to the amount that they're matching. That's what I call maximizing your 401k. So they give you 6% match. Hey, that's all you put in there, and then you look for other ways to invest. I think it's un-American to not have a Roth IRA, which is an account, a retirement account, and you can save for retirement, and then when you take your money, then it's tax-free, right? And so now those are vehicles. So what's going to be the investment instrument that I'm going to use in that vehicle? Am I going to use annuities? Am I going to use mutual funds? Right? Am I going to use bonds and things of those natures? And so now that becomes another higher level conversation. So if you are lazy and you don't want to watch your portfolio monthly, quarterly, yearly, I suggest that you get an S&P 500 index fund and let it ride, right? And then you'll get the investment of the whole market. But first of all, you want to invest in yourself and your ability to make money. Because if you're making $50,000 a year earning, and every year you're only getting 3 to 5% increase, that's not working. You need to be jumping.
Yeah.
5,000, 10,000 every year, because you have developed your skill set to earn more money. And then you want to, when you invest in yourself, you want to invest in your knowledge to understand financial literacy, right? The biggest portion of financial literacy, 50% of your income is exposed to taxation. So you want to know something about taxation and not shift that burden over to your tax preparer that you see once a year, and want them to take care of your tax life in a few hours, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to invest in yourself. You have a 401k. If you're self-employed, you can get a micro 401k. That's for a small business owner. So that's the covering, and then the investments that you utilize could be mutual funds. It could be stocks. It could be bonds. It could be annuities. It could be a CD. It could be a money market account, depending on how you feel about risk. Right? And those are conversations that need to be had with a professional that can guide you through that process.
Yeah. I have a quick question on that, if I don't mind. When you're talking about investing in self, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Number one, brother minister, you should have a spiritual life, right? It's an investment in yourself. Then you should have a health life, right? You should eat an apple a day, walk around the block, or so that's investing in yourself. That stuff that's going to pay off in the future. You should read, right? You should read to develop yourself, right? Personally, emotionally, and financially, right? And so those are what I call self investments.
Okay.
All right, Derek.
Okay, so that being said, and the example that we heard, from the young lady that was on with us, the young lady put her money out there and it, it grew, but then it ended up losing because she, didn't move it or what have you. The problem is, and you can, tell me what you think, but I think that when we talk about doing investments and whatnot, we have to do our due diligence to even understand what we're investing in,
right?
And how to manage it, because like I heard you say, take that 170, put it in a safe place, and then reinvest the 30.
Right.
You know, we have to, you know, we have to understand the thing that we're investing in, how that vehicle works. You use the word vehicle,
Right.
you know, and how that thing works, you know, in order to really benefit from it, right?
Yeah. And so I you know, I didn't learn this in a vacuum. I learned it by reading books about some of the, you know, the best investors in the world, right? I don't even have enough money to make an appointment with them, right? I probably never talked to him. The one guy that got real famous, you know, because he's out being active, Ray Dalio. You know, he hanging out with rappers now. He hanging out with Sean Puffy Combs. I don't know what he calling himself now, but so when Sean, when you see that guy with Puff Daddy, this guy's the money guy, and he's like, what is it? He said, what is it about Puff Daddy that I'll talk to him? Because he said he's admiring Puff Daddy because he's like, wow, you didn't amass all of this wealth and don't know nothing. Right? So he's like, wow. Now, if I had that hustle, and he does after 40 years in business, but Ray Dalio, he has what is called an all-weather portfolio. His portfolio has been backdated for 100 years, and it shows that any economic situation, his portfolio made money. And so he is the originator of the rebalancing of your portfolio. So you have your investment plan. I got 40% in stock, 40% in bonds. I got 20% in mutual funds. I got another 20% in cryptocurrency. And when those when that bond fund start to rise, you reallocate. You take money from there and put it in the other places. So, because you always want that 100% mix, and you want to have, and you don't want to get greedy, right? You want to have that balance, right? So that's what people don't understand. That's what I'm saying. The young lady, as Kenya pointed out, didn't know what she was doing because she didn't know about reallocation, right?
Yeah.
We have to do reallocation has to be done in our own lives, right? Personally, you know, I need to take a 12-month assessment of how things been going. Am I putting too much energy in just making money, or am I spending time with my family? I got to reallocate, right? So when I set the plan for the year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend so much time with the family, so much time doing this, so much time doing that, and then I look back and 80% of my time been utilized in the pursuit of money. No, I need to do a reallocation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You've already answered another question, and that was to make sure you do you advise to diversify, you know, your portfolio, and that's exactly what I heard. All of what you just said, you know, there needs to be some diversification, you know, you really grow the way you want.
Right. Yeah.
And like you say, experience that jump, you know, every year. You want to see things increasing,
right,
on a consistent basis. And start diversifying. Then you just kind of look at it, like you said. You go back and just, you know, and take a look at how things perform.
Yes. Right. Yeah. So you got to do that check. Matter of fact, I was listening to someone this morning was talking about he had a friend who's married, and the husband and wife, they do a check every week. And so now the husband gets to talk about 5 minutes what he don't think went right, and she get to talk about 5 minutes what she don't think went right, and they listen to each other, and then they say, okay, next week we'll make the adjustments, right? So you know, you don't ask me what's going right. You are, you know, I mean, not went right, what went wrong. Everybody knows it's okay when what's going right.
Right.
And so they tell me what went wrong, so you know we can make those continuous improvements and adjustments. So that's the same thing with your finances. That's the same thing with the holistic life. that we're seeking to promote, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know how much time we got left here, but you know,
Yeah.
what I'd like to do is get back with you another time, because I wanted to talk about. We're talking about, you know, investments and what have you, and growing, diversifying portfolios, and we're getting to talk about, you know, accumulating assets. You know, we're getting assets and whatnot, and then I would be wanting to talk about how do we protect those assets so that they're around for the long haul.
Right. Yeah.
And they're able to be wise and pass things on to the family. You know, we keep it in the family.
Yeah. Yeah. We do a workshop called Assets Protection Estate
Okay.
Planning. But
That sounds good.
yeah, right. So, but that's a big deal, you know, because we're in the modern world, and we're not worried about bandits robbing, you know, our caravan and stuff like that. Those type of physical bandits, but there are bandits that's trying to get our wealth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They might have went to law school. I don't know. Yeah.
I hear that.
But there's bandits out there. They might have went to jail.
I hear that.
They all go to jail.
But I think that's super important, man. As we talk about, you know, different ways to, you know, invest, grow, and build wealth, but then also knowing how to protect those assets and be able to keep that wealth in our family, pass it on to our, you know, so on and so forth. So, yeah.
This been great. It didn't start like how we thought it would start. But now we know that we're able to do this, right?
Yeah.
We have different voices, different questions come in. Also, to the listening audience, we want to let you know that this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, Joshua Pondexter.
Awesome.
We have you subscribe, you like, and you share with your family members. Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure there was some information in this session that was given that could be beneficial. The Floor is Yours podcast. Derek Bradley is a realtor in the Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth area. He has his ministry there. These are all just stand-up individuals here. That appreciate guys, all right?
Good. I did not know that Derek was in the Dallas area, so we definitely need the link, man.
Right.
Yes,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dallas-Fort Worth area. He might be you live in that gated community down there, right, Gerard? Where's that?
It ain't gated, but I'm out north in Little Elm.
Oh, okay. I know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
See there?
Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to link up, man. I'm gonna look you up on the podcast for sure. You know, I'm Derek Bradley on Facebook. Derek Bradley.
I shot your request. I shot your friend request.
Okay, gotcha. I'll be
sure.
Good.
Okay.
Do it.
Kenya Catlin, right?
I got her too.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, we're gonna say good day. Have a happy weekend, and we will see you guys soon.
All right. Y'all take care.
Okay. All right. Peace, love, and soul.